My AI just changed. It just buzzed the front gate. Thank God you came.
Hi my love, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to share with you some knowledge and tips that I've come to learn, come to realize a lot more recently when it comes to like my skin and my skincare journey. I really felt like it was something I needed to share with you guys because I literally understand just how frustrating it is when you're working towards a certain goal, especially when it comes to your skin or your face, and you're seeing a lot of setbacks. And honestly, it can be very demoralizing and can be very less motivating and make you want to give up sometimes. As someone who also is like working towards the same goal and going towards the same thing, I've come to realize that this video would be really helpful to all of us out there. There are things that I have just come to learn a lot more recently about skincare and about what it is that I'm trying to achieve, and I know it's going to be really helpful to you guys. So guys, the first thing I've come to learn is that a little care goes a long way. Even if it's just washing your face every single day, you're going to see a very huge difference compared to when you're not doing anything at all. However, what's very important is the consistency of that routine that it is that you're doing. So if you say, okay, every day I'm going to wash my face, you want to ensure that you wash your face every single day. You don't want to do it today and not do it tomorrow and expect a good result. That is not going to work. But that being said, a little care goes a long way. Your routine doesn't have to be complex or elaborate. It doesn't have to include 9-10 steps. You can keep it as simple as possible and still see or get the result it is that you want, so long as you stay consistent. So the next thing I've come to learn is the fact that you do not need 1001 products in your skincare routine. Trust me guys, you don't have to have so many products, you just need the right ones. And so how I decide on what to include in my routine nowadays is like based on whatever it is that I'm currently focused on solving, whatever issue it is I'm currently focused on solving with regards to my skin. For me nowadays, it's more like I'm trying to tackle the scars that I currently have on my face, and so because of that I tend to use products I know will be focused on that. Currently I'm using niacinamide, and as a result of that, every other thing around that is like basically simple: a cleanser, a moisturizer, essence, which is the niacinamide. I just try to keep it as simple as possible. You don't need 10,000 products, you just need the right ones and you'll be fine. Because there's always this thing of how you can like break the bank trying to buy skincare and all of that. I used to be like that before, but now I've come to realize the simpler your routine is, the more effective it is actually, because sometimes you can be using so many products and they can actually react against each other and it can even be harmful to your skin. So instead of even helping you, it's kind of like making things worse than they're supposed to be. Having said that, another thing that I've actually learned is to listen to my skin. If you pay close attention to what your skin is saying on a daily basis, it will be easy to tell when it is that you need to stop using a particular product, or if it is that you're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing, and that way you're able to stop early enough before it causes a really harmful or really harsh reaction on your face. So if you pay close attention to your face whenever your face is not really feeling well, it shows almost immediately, especially when your face looks a bit dull and it looks like there's so many breakouts, but they're like really tiny. They're not out yet, they're just like plenty and your face looks rough. I think that's like the major way that our face tries to tell us that okay, something is wrong. Sometimes it might not be based because of your skincare routine. Sometimes it might just actually be that you ate the wrong, or you ate something the night before that caused a reaction. But I'm just trying to say that those are the things you want to be looking out for on a daily basis, to be able to tell when your skin is doing good, or to be able to even track the progress of a product that you just started using. As soon as you wake up in the morning, try to see what your skin is saying and be able to adjust your routine based on that and decide whether you want to continue using a particular product or not. Another thing I have learned about skincare is you have to learn to introduce a product at a time if you do not want to go crazy. So it's very easy for us to go to the store and get so many new products, and we start our routine and all of that and start using them at once. You don't want to be that person. You don't want to be that person. Sometimes this can actually be harmful to your skin, and you'll be like, oh, I'm using all the right products, why is this not working, why is my skin getting bad? Well, It's probably because you start using so many products at the same time. So it's something you want to pay attention to. There's some products that, regardless of the situation, except if they like there's something in them that your skin is like reacting to, you can actually just use them whenever. And I'm referring to things like cleanser, face wash, even face wash. I mean, there's some face washes that can have like a really bad reaction for the face, but yeah, there's some products you can actually get away with using with other things. But things like serum, things like moisturizer, you don't want to just start using them with a lot of other products. You want to test them first. Some people actually test a certain product on a part of their face to be sure before they go ahead and start using it. It's up to you, but trust me, never ever just throw a product into your routine just like that. You want to take your time, try out the product maybe 2-3 days, 4 days, a week to see if it's something that goes well with your skin and would not lead to another reaction, and then you can now introduce it into your skincare routine. So guys, another thing that I have learned is your diet does matter when it comes to how your skin looks. I mean, like, I cannot stress this enough. And I'm not saying like you should go and get like a 5-star or a chef to come up with like a whole diet or eating plan for you. You don't have to do that. But there are some bad habits that you're probably doing that is also affecting your skin. And that's why sometimes you can see that you might be using products and it's basically not working, and you're like, oh, but I've used this, I've used that, I've used this, but at the same time it's like you're making progress and then you stop making progress. So there are some things you want to stop taking. You want to try to eat healthy. Like for me, I've stopped taking carbonated drinks. As much as I would love to not take them ever again, there are still some times where I'm just like, oh, I need this and I take it, but then most of the time I do not. I can go a month, 2 months and not take it, and then I'll just be like, okay, I'm gonna have a cheat day. But like I really noticed that the moment I cut all these drinks out of my life, my skin has definitely gotten better, and my tummy as well. I'm not struggling with tummy. Not that I don't have, my tummy is not the slimmest it's supposed to be, but at the same time it makes a huge difference, or it made a huge difference when it comes to my tummy. And the last thing I just want to draw attention to is your skin journey will take it a while, except if you have like money to get, NDA and all those really good stuff. If you're doing it with products or with herbs and all of that, it's going to take a while. You have to actually make it a lifestyle for you to start to see changes, to see a difference. And I know some people are just like, oh, I do not have the time, I wouldn't care. You might actually want to look into getting the time to develop a lifestyle that is healthy. Is actually really helpful for you, not just your skin, but like your entire body, and your mood as a person can be affected by what you eat. And if you stay healthy and do the right thing, you just feel absolutely great throughout. Even energy level wise, you feel very energetic, you'll be able to go about your day and you'll be able to get things done. So your skincare journey is not going to happen overnight. Hell, it's not going to happen in a month or 2. There will even be times where you make progress and then you have a major setback. So you have to pick yourself up again and keep going. But eventually you find that gradually your skin will start to look good and get better, and one day you get to that point where you always wanted to be. Once again, my channel is about me sharing my skincare journey, sharing how I go about trying to live the best life ever, just pursuing my dreams of what I love, and I do share a bit of that here on the channel. So if you're looking for that kind of content, it's time for you to subscribe to my channel. I really enjoyed filming this video. I also hope that it's really helpful to you guys out there. So ladies, I'm done talking. Until the next video, I'll catch up with you guys. Stay safe, stay cute. I love you all. Bye.